guys, my name is Jeannie. Thank you for visiting my channel. Today we're going to be talking about how I got into Zumba and how I became an instructor and 5 key things to do when you want to become an instructor. So just to give a little bit of background, I started dancing when I was a freshman in college and I was just doing Zumba. I had no dance experience and it was just a way to kind of pass time, and more importantly for me it was to lose weight. I have always kind of been heavier set, so losing weight was always my first priority, especially in college. So I used Zumba to kind of help get my body moving and kind of be that avenue for me to start losing weight. So I started off slow, but slow for me is like 3 days a week, which I know is kind of crazy, and then it really picked up to 5 to 6 times a week. At first it was really difficult for me, but after I just kept going and it became part of my routine, I started learning the routines of my instructors. It started becoming really familiar, and I started getting to understand the movements and knowing the common steps that tend to be in all different Zumba classes. This is before I went to the trainings and figured out that there's a formula and all these classes have these things, but I started to learn them just by going, and I did that all throughout college. And I decided, you know what, this is something I really want to do. I wasn't really confident at first that I could. I've only really taken Zumba classes where the instructor was really thin and I didn't feel like I was fit enough to be an instructor, or that I would even be good enough. I think I just worried way too much, and I just went into 2018 thinking this will be my year. This is when I'm gonna get everything together and I'm going to really do things that scare me, but also things that challenge me in a really good way. Now I want to share it with you on how to become Zumba certified in 5 easy ways. Number 1, the first thing you want to do is make sure that you really want to teach. To be certified, it's a really expensive process. Depending on where you go, it can be anywhere upwards to like $200 just to go to the training. But then what they don't tell you is there is a membership called the Zumba Instructor Network, or ZIN, and in this network they provide you with Zumba music as well as choreography and always updated dance routines that you can use in your class. You don't have to buy this, but it's really hard to get started without it. So if you just feel confident with your own music and you already know what you're gonna do, maybe you don't need it, but most of you will. If you do need it, then it's going to be so much nicer to know that this is what you want to do, because it is about $40 a month to continue your registration with it. So it's $200 for the training, $40 a month for the ZIN membership. So just know that you want to do it. Number 2, you want to register for a training near you. These trainings happen all over the US and other countries, but you can usually find something that is next to a city that's closest to you. I live in San Francisco and I had to go to South San Francisco, but I know other people have to travel maybe even a couple hours just to get to a training. You want to register, get signed up, and then you're good for the day. You show up with everything that you need and then you become certified in a day. Number 3, find a teaching mentor. This is somebody that you know that's in the Zumba instructor community that has been teaching for a while, or even another instructor that's in a cardio dance fitness class that can teach you how to teach. When you go to the training, they don't teach you how to cue little. They teach you need to cue. They teach you that it's good to cue. They don't teach you how to cue. When I say cueing, what I mean is you go to the right, and they just kind of breeze over that during the training. Get a good teaching mentor who will be there for you during this process of trying to become an instructor. I know mine happens to also be my boss, but she is incredible. She's been doing this for years. She owns her own dance studio, and this is such a big resource for me because I come to her for everything, whether it's I have the entire song but I don't know what to do for the bridge, or I had a negative review and I don't know how to deal with that, and they just kind of can help you go through this whole process of getting started with teaching. Number 4, pick a playlist that moves you. When you go into your training seminar, they get you set up with the Zen membership, and they also provide you with a first playlist for your first class. Now you can use this playlist. The songs are picked out, the playlists are done, the choreography is made. They literally have videos that teaches you how to teach the class. That can be helpful. Or I would really use a playlist where you know the songs, you know every single lyric, you know every move, you know everything there is to know about that song, because that is where you find your comfort when you start teaching. The biggest thing that happens on your first class is you practice all your songs and you start teaching it and you know it, these are your songs, and you start looking at a student and then it blanks. And it is terrifying. It's not any easier if it's not your choreography. When it's your choreography, you know where to pick back up. You know where to go. For memorized choreography, it can be a lot more difficult. Another thing is your students like your class if you like your class. It's very obvious when an instructor is teaching their own material because they're more excited and they're having more fun and they're more engaging with students. When it's other people's choreography, sometimes you don't have that same passion and the students feel it, and it doesn't convey the same amount of passion, so they start getting a little bored, and you don't want a bored class because that brings the entire energy so low, it is so hard to bring back up once you've lost interest. Finally, number 5. Practice, 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 practice. But no matter what you need to practice in a space that, like a gym studio or a dance studio, or I don't know what I'm saying, a studio, gym, wherever you want to go, because when you go into your first class, you don't anticipate how many times you'll have to stop for water or stop to explain a couple moves. The second people start getting confused, you're gonna want to break it down. So you need to anticipate those kinds of things, but it's something that you don't really learn until your class is going. So what you can do is make sure that you're not just practicing your one song or your couple songs. You want to do your entire playlist, your entire first class, multiple times. Do the entire 50 to 55 minutes, multiple times. There's no other way that you can be confident enough in what you're doing and know by heart exactly what to do. So you just need all the practice that you can get, and at that point then you're as good as you can be, because then all the unexpected stuff, that'll come with class, and that'll come with experience, and that'll come with all that jazz. But I hope this helped. I hope you enjoyed seeing what my 5 keys to remember are. As you could probably tell, I really think that getting certified is probably the easier part because that's just a training day. It's really getting that first class set up and getting that confidence and having all of those learning curves kind of like debugged and that can be the more challenging part about starting your Zumba instructor journey. So I hope that this helped. If you would like more content like this, please subscribe below. Please like and comment, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!